welcome back, everybody. We're in the great port city of Tanyard.
Still.
We were running down some slave purchasers.
Filthy.
You guys did get to go to the manor. You did get to watch Jericho display an absolute brilliance of kicking some fucking ass.
Okay.
Took down a undefeated champion in Bloodsport. And then such got into some criminal hijinks. You guys met Unwin, and Jericho and Alex ran around and did some delivery work, while the rogues and the druid held back and took care of Guardian Angel Overwatch. Just to remind you all of who you kind of met, as I now have these people up. The poor, misguided chef, just looking for a helping hand and somebody to pass along his bar. Tapaden, the old elf.
No, that's right. He's a good guy.
Yeah, Ponzi scheme guy.
Just, he fucking goobered it, that's all.
He didn't
The
know
other
any better.
elf of interest is
Seems
Scowcraft,
nice.
the owner of the Tackle and Barrel, who is apparently an intermediary between the black market and the up market, who you are actually trying to get on his good graces, make good credibility for yourselves, so that way you can further investigate him.
Well, Mr. Scowcraft. Made by the blind for the blind.
This douchebag.
Wow. Made with pride by those who are blind.
No, he knows what he's about.
So we left off with Alex and Jericho running errands for Mr. Unwin here. They did some light extortion and ended up paying off the entire gnome's debt, which immediately made him suspicious. But then, to Alex's quick thinking, played the right way. And now they are set on a delivery errand. They have a thing they have to bring to a ship coming in called the Prideful Hook. Make contact with the captain. The captain will then give them a package. He does not want them to look into the package and be discreet and to bring it to the fishmongers, specifically to Bartholomew Hollow. After delivering it, he wants 2 stormfish to be purchased and brought back to his lyricist tap room, the Golden Pony.
No, I'm sorry, I'm listening.
It is the last day of last day of summer.
Last day of summer.
It is midday. Alex and Jericho have left the establishment. Both Mask and Richstorm were keeping distance and keeping eyes on. And Prim, I do believe you had wild shaped into a cat, and you were also staying in the vicinity, keeping overwatch. And this is where we resume. Jericho outside the Golden Pony, with directions in hand. Everybody around at various distances.
Good luck.
Yep.
I just picture Jericho going,
It. I assume we're still
Watching.
watching, waiting.
Yeah, well now,
Those of us
Alex
that are
and
out in the
Jericho have a job to do.
Wizards.
Maybe I don't do it now that he's not here.
You may so choose.
Is that something that he can wait to do for Alex to be here?
Absolutely.
Oh, some things are time sensitive, you know?
My plot hook.
Everybody, roll me a perceptions check.
Ugh,
oh, I can do that.
scary. Not as good as
I'm
my
usually successful.
previous one.
Oh, the lowest I can roll is a 37. Yeah, we get it.
To 20, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, boy.
I would also like salt on my dinner, please.
No. You don't get
From both opposite corners of the square that is containing the block that the Golden Pony is on, Mask at one end, Bridgestorm at the other end, passer-byers notice the large white Leonin exit the establishment, and you both can hear from two separate conversations. You hear, to say that unique, you each hear within the own people that are passing by you guys, because you're at two different locations, that the people point and whisper, and you can hear the murmur of like, "That's Jericho. He beat the Baroness's champion the other day. Prideful
Oh, good.
fighter."
He's famous.
Hell yeah. Get the fame.
We used to have a fighter with us. He's gonna hate you if he comes back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
Well,
Yeah, kiss
he's
him
gonna
on
be
the
like, yeah, he's gonna think you are competition, and then you're gonna maybe kill him accidentally.
Or
I
he's
don't
gonna
know.
have something to bond over. Mhm.
I think it's gonna
Ooh.
be we're just gonna be friends,
The Bond villains.
and
Mhm.
Jericho's gonna leave.
No.
No, we love him.
No
No,
one said this.
no one has said these things.
Me, I said it.
Nope. No one has said these things.
Wow.
Oh, we have that on digits now. All right, what are we doing? You're famous Jericho man.
I don't know. I'm doing this because an officer of my ship asked me to.
Then you're doing great.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
Doing
I,
gorge work.
If I had to guess, I would say that the captain will probably make you an officer real soon.
I don't know. I don't like that.
Yeah, well, too bad.
Wow.
Yeah, well, some of us were promoted as a punishment, so.
You only see it as a punishment.
Good, correct. The best kind of correct.
Okay, well, what do now?
Oh my, yes.
If we have to wait for Alex for the inn with Unwin, do we want to try getting that in with Scowcraft while we're here?
What fucking whomst? I'm trying to recall names now.
The guy who worked at the weapon shop.
Ah, that's the one. Yeah.
So we started this whole, buying illegal substances and getting in good with the black market so that we could get closer to Scowcraft to find out where
Yeah.
he brought his stolen children.
Yeah, we're tracking now. We're back on the old horse.
Great.
We should go pay him a visit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, should we grab Pella and go back to the underground people and tell them that we want to buy explosives so that we can get in with this guy?
We could. Or we could formulate some sort of story where we need,
Explosives.
weapons and stuff. Because we're into these weapon underground fights now.
Right. But as far as weapons, we already have pretty good weapons. And
He doesn't know that.
well, he does, because remember, we visited Scowcraft's above board store and
I know.
set off alarm bells with him by asking him about his underground activities without
Almost
having
immediately.
an in, and then we didn't even buy anything from him. So it might be better to use the connections that we've worked so hard to make. Just a thought. Right.
See where you're coming from.
Look at her. She's captaining.
She's producing captain
You
like
drive
qualities.
yourself just. I love this
DC Shannon,
campaign. I
DC
want
Shannon.
us to go forward. Y'all can tell me to shut up. I
The
promise.
captain was inside of you all along.
No, stop
That
that.
sounded weird.
What? Excuse?
No, it was Winston. I'm sorry. You know what I mean.
Commodore, where are we going?
Yes, yes. Yeah, I see. To the place is,
I'm gonna walk
Uh,
into a
Playing
river.
D&D this week.
we're probably gonna get Pella. Let's go get Pella.
Let's
Figure out
go
this
get Pella.
explosive stuff.
Yeah.
To go talk to this guy. To figure out how we're getting in with these blade eaters.
You find Pella aboard the Masked Maiden doing a shift with the bilge crew, making sure that the hold underneath the cargo hold stays relatively dry and with minimum water. For the
Oh.
most part, when it's sitting in port, they're just sitting around playing cards. As you guys come down, they snap to attention. Captain on deck! As the 4 other crewmen down there with them snap up, and Pella snaps up too. They all kind of shuffle in front of the playing cards on the upturned barrel to try to hide.
No need to hide. We're just here for you. Unless you want to hide it.
No, sir, Captain. I don't want to hide.
Well, good. We need to get back in with the explosive man, and you're kind of our way to do it.
Oh, sure. Sorry, guys. Deal me out. As he takes off what looks like a couple wooden chips off the top side of the barrel and pockets them and comes walking up to join you all.
Little shit. I love him.
Winning big or barely winning?
Barely winning.
Poor bastard.
That turn bottle's a really good card shark.
Maybe you could learn something from him then.
They all know that they're all cheating. He's just like, wow, he's really good at cheating. I thought I was better.
Cheater we got.
Yeah, I thought I was good at cheating until I played this guy.
Cards aren't my style. Dominoes. That's where I make my money.
Oh, he's a bones player.
Domino.
I love Pella. Oh my
Huh.
god.
So. You make your way back through town, and you find the tackle and barrel shop. Walking inside, a little bell above the door doing ding ding ding, and Scowcraft comes around and says, "Ah, welcome back. Changed your mind on the crossbows?"
Yes.
Yeah. We're explosive.
Oh my god. It's like clicking skip a bunch. Yes, these crossbows, but also bombs.
Okay, right to the meat and potatoes. All right. Explosives. As he closes his one book, reaches down underneath his counter. You hear him like move a metal latch. You hear like metal hinges go, and he pulls out a smaller book that's actually black, and he sets it on the table, and he flips it over to somewhere in the middle where there's a flattened quill pen there, and he picks it up. He goes, "All right. What kind of pizzazz are you looking to get, and how much pizzazz?"
How much would you say would be required to take down a ship or 3?
Well, as he quickly, he doesn't quickly, but he definitely, in the middle of explaining, he walks out from behind the counter and he walks over and he latches his front door closed and comes behind the counter. He goes, "Well, that depends. If you're trying to do this at sea, and if you're doing it not aboard, i.e., hoping them to ram into the ship, you're going to need a couple barrels of the stuff. If you're doing it where you can get access to the ship and get into all the important containers, or compartments, I mean, you only need maybe a handful, good five maybe, if placed well. But then comes the matter of detonation, fuses. How long, tied together, concurrent." He points over at his enchanted window in the back of the shop, and he goes, "I do got in with the wizard. It's a bit more pricey to get remote detonation. It's also got a 90% success rate, full disclosure.
90%, huh? That's not. Well, that's pretty good. 90's pretty good.
Yeah, 1 in 10. It's not bad.
Mm,
Nah, that's why I usually tell people to buy an
Remote's
extra one if they're gonna go
probably
that route.
better, realistically.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be more expensive.
How much more expensive?
Probably an 80 gold markup on each barrel.
Whew. And how much are the barrels?
Each barrel's gonna run you 260 gold.
Sense.
How many barrels do you think it would take to take down a ship, I suppose?
If you're doing it by the sea approach and having them run into it, or at least make a huge raft and you're gonna remote detonate it, I do recommend you bringing 10. That way, at least 9 of them go off.
Holy fuck.
It'll do enough damage, big enough hole, loud enough fire, enough dead crew. Should be able to sink a vessel.
I know it's a little much to ask, but what kind of deals could you cut us?
He scratches the back of his head. He looks over and he goes, well, if you could get your hands on some musket rifles, say a chest of them, I could possibly take 20% off.
Okay. Chest full of musket rifles, you say? If we happen to stumble across some. We'll see what we can do. And you said with remote detonation plus barrel, it's 260 plus 80, yeah?
Yep. 3,400 gold.
Sweet rose. Well, I suppose we can see what we can do. I don't suppose you know exactly where we could find a thing full of rifles, do you?
You see him, a knowing smile go across his face. Well, I don't know if you noticed, but Tawnyard is trying to build its fortress, and the good magistrate and good common sense did have the means to acquire weapons for the oncoming military force that we hope to expect. So yes, the magistrate has an armory with plenty of unused musket rifles just laying around.
Huh.
This seems like a bad idea.
We'll see what we can do. We'll
Scowcraft
leave it
shrugs and he
there.
goes, blowing up a ship with powdered kegs at sea, not also a great idea, but same.
Don't know. We're tracking, I assure you. So yeah, we'll do our best, and if we happen to come across some of this stuff, we'll be sure to be back.
Another question for you all, if you don't mind me asking.
Mhm.
You guys cops.
I am aware of certain circles. Would he points over to Jericho? Would you be participating in any more further fights during your stay in Tawnyard?
I would just look at the rest of the crew, which is kind
The
of
man
short.
loves a fighting.
It's kind of up to him.
It's kind of up to you guys.
Well,
It's your life, literally on the line.
Do you need me to do this?
No, did you enjoy it? Was it fun? Do you like fun?
Do you like fun?
You
No.
asked me to do it. So
Yeah, no, I
did it.
didn't. Yeah, no, I know. But
Mr.
you look a little.
Scowcraft, are you asking about the beach fights or
The other fights.
other type of fights?
any fight. Obviously, I don't anticipate you all going back into another blood sport to the death battle anymore. For all I know, you're the only reigning champion walking on all the island, and I don't think anybody would want to fight you in that. But if
That's
you're going to
fair.
do any beach fighting or any one of the other fighting pits where weapons are permitted, I would surely be interested to catch a fight or two, knowing your impressive record.
That dude's looking to make money off of you.
He's 1-0, baby.
Uh, only the weapon fights.
Really?
I mean, really, this is something we've known.
He's a killing cat. Whoa,
You can't call
whoa,
him that.
whoa.
Only he can call him
Sorry.
that.
Yeah, oh yeah, right. He's a
Doing that.
killing feline. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, I mean, the back alley fights that use weapons, they do have guards on them. They don't draw blood.
Never mind that.
That's true.
And for that reason, I am out.
Scowcraft makes a surprised expression, like, "Oh, you are in for the blood sports. Well then, I would still be keen to catch your next one if it is here in town."
It's Scowcraft's like, oh, you're a sick little fuck, aren't you? Yeah, I like that.
He's looking to get doodled.
He looks around to the rest of the group. Besides the explosives, is there anything else I can help you with?
I know you're familiar with the trade around these parts. Where would we might go about potentially finding some cheap help?
You see him make a sidewards glance, takes the sign. He goes, "Cheap and expendable, or cheap and nimble?"
Well, say we get these explosives, right? They gotta get planted sometime, and expendable might be the best.
Unmissed.
Well, I'd recommend any number of beggars.
Beggars, you say? And what about the other kind? If we need some willy, non-expendable cheap help.
Any one
Also
of
the
the
beggars.
any one of the taverns, I'm sure, would have plenty of willing and able-bodied sailors that should be able to help you out with what you need. As you see him start to like scratch one of his eyes.
Is that like
Alright.
code?
Nope, it's just a tick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we appreciate the information.
Of course, happy to help.
And we'll let you know about the explosives. We'll be back.
All right, I'll be here. Closes his book, puts it back underneath. You hear the metal closing. He walks over to unlock the door latch and says, "Feel free to continue to look around. Still got those crossbows, or I will see you when I see you, gentlemen. Lady."
Hmm.
So we'll walk out.
When you walk out, Pella's like, he didn't seem too comfortable about those questions.
That's fine. That's fine. So there's two things. As we're like kind of walking, I'll try and keep it in between the group. Like, the magistrate probably wants to get rid of this issue as well. So we might be able to borrow a crate of muskets if it's our inn.
Oh, yeah.
Secondly, if we don't necessarily need the explosives, but we'd also be taking them off the market.
Huh.
I mean, we have
To explode.
quite the creative artificer who definitely likes explosives. We'd put them to use.
We sure would. But also, now that it might be semi uncomfortable, especially with that second line of questioning,
Hmm.
if we kind of put a tail on him for maybe a day or two, he might go to the source to warn them people have been asking around.
Hmm.
Bertram's mouth is wide open.
Why?
Like, because I'm impressed. That was like,
The captain's never formulated any plan ever
Oh
in
my
his life.
God.
And now look at the man.
yeah, where's this Sherlock Holmes shit coming from?
Primrose
Alright.
is rubbing off on him.
Well, the sneakiness is not my strong suit, so I'll leave that to you guys of which one will tail him.
They're very sneaky. I can. Oh well, shit. No, I can tail him. Prim, you have a good way with words. Maybe you talk to the magistrate to see if they'll lend us some.
I have spoken to him previously, so I can do
Mhm,
so,
mhm.
yes. I have to find the name of him.
All right. Mask, give me a stealth check to post up and begin tailing.
No pun intended.
The stealth check.
A stealth check, yes.
Oh boy, baby. 32.
All
What?
right. Primrose and the rest of y'all head back to the center of town to the large magistrate's office. Coming inside, checking with the desk clerk, the formalities of checking over the captain papers, because this is a desk clerk you haven't met before. They confirm with Primrose that she has letters of marque, which earns her a meeting with the magistrate.
Yay.
They say they can fit her in about 20 minutes. Brings you up to the one rating room. This is that same rating room you and Bridgestorm were in.
Yeah.
With the nice large portraits hung up on all three walls. The nice little, like, 2 tables and chairs.
Yeah, the picture
again,
of the druid.
Yep.
The
Yep.
druids, yeah.
Again, another female elf comes to the door and asks if anybody wants any food or drink while they wait.
No, thank you.
Very well.
The ale.
I'm sorry, sir. We don't have any ale in the magistrate's office. This is a dry compound.
This place is diabolical.
Apologies. He's unfamiliar. We're fine. Thank you very much.
He's new here. Have you tried lime juice?
Ew.
Oh
How
god,
dare,
it's the
how
opposite.
dare you?
Is
That
this like
hard
loaded yet?
fruit.
Yeah, fruit's good, man. It's good for you.
Well, sure. Some of it.
Wow, this has been a good chat.
In the next 20 minutes, you are summoned, brought down the hallway to the double doors, and brought into the magistrate's office. You see the magistrate at his desk, spectacles on. You see his plain garb of tan and green, and he's not wearing any jewelry. As he looks up, he goes, "Ah, welcome back, Captain Primrose. I see you're still in port." And he puts down his pen, closes a book, and leans back in his chair and goes, "Please, please come in." "Oh. Well, I did not know that the great Jericho was part of your crew. Welcome. I've heard much about you. I unfortunately missed
hell?
the Baroness's party, but it's all the talk my clerks can talk about of Vasca being defeated."
Wow, you
This
killed
may
the
have
shit out of that
gotten me-
lady.
This may have gotten me too famous.
No. Just
Is
famous.
it not working? It's not
I
working.
mean, outsider debut fight against Thraska, the undefeated champion of the Baroness. She's put down, I think, 7 folks. That's pretty high profile.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, I'm sure we didn't come here to talk about the fight. As I did say, I missed it. What can I do for you, Captain Primrose?
Well, I suppose I have quite a bit to update you on our adventures at your port. We are on the trail of some possible fencers of children.
Ooh, he leans forward. He goes, "Dare say this is some serious grave matter. Please."
Yes. Well, during our travels, we have gotten unfortunately very familiar with these types. They tend to work under. Have you heard of Blue?
I have not. Is this a person?
Yes, he's quite the high-profile slaver. And I assume you're quite familiar with what happened at Dairy Cane with the Solvier ships.
I'm aware of Derry Kane with the nightmare and offloading refugees, and a few went missing.
Yes, two quite large ships with women and children were brought away in Solvier ships with the original intent of them being safe from the nightmares. And once the nightmares were culled, they were expected to return. However, they never did. And unfortunately, they were sold into slavery. And we are trying to find the missing children. 2, 4, 6, 7 of which have been sold to here in Tawnyard.
You see his eyes go wide. Like, do you know who have these children? I, by all means, will summon my entire constabulary force and take these children back.
Well, we found one of them. I assume, I know you're probably not familiar with everyone in your port. It's quite large here, but Mr. Tappenden has given himself over to the constables and explained that he did purchase someone. He was not under the impression that this was a slave child. He just thought that he was adopting a child that needed a home, and he gave his full explanations. The child has been accounted for. He did explain that yes, he is from Dairy Cane. We do intend to take him back, but it seems like Mr. Tappenden did not intend any harm with what he did. However, the 3 other names, which you may be familiar with, Westhead, Unwin, and Scowcraft, we are investigating currently to see if we can find the children that they have taken and get proof of their misdeeds.
I'm familiar with Unwind, and I'd be colored really wrong to say I'm not surprised. I do know that man is in some very nefarious acts in the underground of my port city. Unfortunately, and my constabulary force has never been able to get anything to stick to him.
Well, hopefully, we do seem to have an in. It's been rather unpleasant trying to go undercover with these types, but it seems we have a possibility of an in for Scowcraft as well, which is why we're here as a rather large and formal request, if I may.
You may. Any assistance in this matter that I could offer would be a great honor and within keeping of my office here in this port city, so please ask.
Scowcraft knows that the town has amounts of what was the arms that he was looking for? I turned to
Shit.
what like some type of firearm. What were they called?
Come on.
Oh, muskets. Musket rifles.
Here we
Musket
go.
rifles.
And how much was it? A whole chest?
A grateful.
A crate of musket rifles. Scowcraft. We're trying to get an in with him, and it seems like he will believe us further if we have a crate of those. But obviously, we have no interest in trying to steal from the town. But in order to gain his trust and to possibly find out where those 2 children of his are, while I am here and with your connections, if you're okay with it, I will copy the ledger of children that were missing in case you can find more of them. But until then, this is our in currently with Scowcraft. If that's possible, fantastic. If not, we totally understand. It's a big ask, and I do apologize.
Do you know what he intends to do with a chest or crate full of musket rifles?
No idea. Just
We
sell
do
them,
not.
pawn them.
Yeah, we only know that he knows about it because you guys are still making connections with the current war happening.
Yes, I have asked the Admiralty Board to supply the port city with additional soldiers to hopefully man the fortress that we hope to have completed by next year. I did go ahead and procure a bunch of rifles and ammunitions for such an event. I know the cannons are coming down. It is disturbing to know that this black market is aware of my inventory. Perhaps knowing that what you're doing is a sensitive operation, I will wait a couple days to reinforce the guarding of such things, but I will allow you to take a crate of musket rifles with one addendum.
And what would that be, sir?
I have a cleric on a retainer who deals with law in these cases. I would want him to place something within the crate that he'll be able to locate at another time. And perhaps I could have my investigative constabulary force do a sting operation at a much later date to seize these weapons back and, of course, detain everyone involved.
Oh, this dude's good.
I would be
I was thinking the same thing.
very excited to
guy's-
be part of that, honestly. And
Yeah,
I
guy's
am
about it.
familiar with the constable. We were in touch when we, contacted Tappenden.
Great. Do you need a letter of introduction to all my constabulary offices for additional resources you need in your own investigation?
It never hurts to be prepared. I would be much obliged.
You see him pull out another sheet of parchment. He's very well. I will pen this up for you right at this moment. 1 second. He picks up a large bell. He rings it twice, and you see the same elf clerk woman from before. Within like 5 seconds, opens up a side door in the wall that was like you didn't even know it was there. Like literally, like the door opens and like the lines appear in the wood, and she opens it and like leans in. And she goes, "Yes, magistrate, sir." And he goes, "Fetch me the cleric Adon." At once,
very good.
magistrate.
If this guy's a slow talker, oh man.
She closes the
Yeah.
door, and again, like the door
Yeah.
just disappears in the wall. Like it is just flawlessly built into the side wall of his office. He quickly pens up the document, hands it off to Primrose. He's like, "I will make subsequent copies and alert all the constable offices. They will know this by this evening that if you walk to any one of them and requesting resources, they will do their utmost to give you assistance. In the meantime, would any of you care for a bit of food or some drink?"
I'm okay. I'm okay.
We're on a mission, so no food for me, but thank you.
Yeah, we're very focused in this endeavor.
Champion Jericho, anything for you?
Champion, you even got a cool title.
You don't have it.
Apologies.
Oh.
He is a very large fan of ale, and we were already informed that this is a dry area. So
It may be. He walks over and he pulls out a drawer on one of his bottom bookcases, and it like raises up another platform where there's like decanters all set in their little like settings.
The
Man's
cat's
running-
pupils go wide.
He's a man for the people.
He uncorks like a red liquid, pours it into like a tulip glass, sets it back down, picks it up for himself. It's missing. So he goes, Jerry. With a boot, he doesn't kick it, but he pushes it and like only gently, and the drawer gently closes the rest of the way in with the decanters and whatnot resting down like on some kind of like mechanism where it like sets down and the drawer closes softly.
that's fucking
As he
cool.
walks back to his desk and sits down, he goes, "I'm sure the cleric won't be more than a moment."
Are you offering him some booze, or are you just showing us
Showing
that
off?
you have booze here? I'm
I am
confused.
I'm showing you that it
This is-
may be mandated that this is a dry establishment for all the clerks and workers here in the magistrate's office, but being a magistrate comes with its own perks.
Hell yeah, it does.
The door in the back that you guys came through opens up, and the little clerk elf pokes in. And he says, "Cleric Adalun reporting." As she opens it wider, as a gnome walks in vestments and a staff. comes in 2 steps, bows his head, and he goes, "I was summoned at once, my magistrate."
No. No.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. Close the door. The elf closes the door. The gnome walks in. He goes, considers everybody in the party. He goes, "Ah, what have you brought me into this time?" The magistrate holds out a hand and says, "Ah, Cleric Adun, I'd like to introduce you to Captain Primrose and her officers, Jericho and Bridgestorm." The gnome walks over to Miss Primrose, offers his hand and then bows his head, throwing out a foot, and says, "Ah, good afternoon, Madame Capdown."
Oh, a pleasure to meet you. And if he offered his hand, I'd shake it.
He definitely offers his hand. He wraps his gnomish hands around your hands as much as he can. Gives you a nice firm, quick shake, not like a vigorous shake, but like a 1-2, and then releases it and comes back up from his flourishing brow. And he goes, and then gives a doff of his cap to both Bridgestorm and Jericho. And gentlemen, an afternoon and blessings to the both of you as well.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Yeah. Hello, the eccentric man.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Anywho, the magistrate speaks up. To the matter at hand, Clerical Dune, I need you to procure an object, one that you are obviously familiar with and unique enough to you. We need to embed it inside a case of musket rifles. You see the cleric's eyes go up like, "Ooh, what have you brought me? What case is this? We dealing with arms dealers, black market traders?" As he looks
Isn't
over,
he a cleric?
he looks over to Primrose with
Well,
this question.
clerics.
Both, actually, and worse.
Excellent. I have an object I am quite familiar with that will be quite unique in this entire port. The magistrate
gun.
nods his head and goes, "Excellent. I will make arrangements for you to deposit this item within the crate, and then Primrose and company, if you would like to drop by the armory tonight, the crate will be ready. I will make sure that the officers and the armory clerks know you're coming, and we'll have the crate ready for you. Will that work?"
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Before you leave, please share some of the details here with His Highness, as His Eminence.
His Eminence? What level cleric are we dealing with here?
As the gnome looks at you all with bright eyes and he's holding. You can tell he's holding himself back, but you know that he wants to rock back and forth on his toes and heels.
Decorum.
I will regale him with all the information I have.
Scowcraft, you say? Arms stealing, black market. Ooh, this is going to be quite fun. Very well. I will go to the armory at once to deposit such an object and get it ready, and then at the other time and place, if you do not mind, I will make sure one of my agents is following you all. I do believe I know exactly where his shop is, but we'll have to make sure we keep eyes on him. And I will not to impede on your own operation. We will proceed with the sting operation in possibly 2 nights, unless, of course, he moves this to an illicit area close to being sold to unruly folks that we don't want, and which will move then. I do hope that that won't hurt your reputation with Scowcraft, as if I understand it, you are also trying to implicate him in your own case. Is this true?
Well, to be fair, your case is our case. We just want to find the kids.
It is commendable.
Well, anything we can do to help, just ask. It's exciting to work with an expert, at least. We normally don't get the privilege.
You just made that gnome's day. Yes.
I've never been more excited in my life.
I've studied all my early years in the Church of Angharda, and if there's anything I know that civilization to be firm and prosperous to get to the future, it's to make sure a good dealing of justice is applied to the land.
Couldn't agree more.
All right. Well, I shall get off to work so that crate of weapons will be ready for you. It was pleasure meeting you all. Sir, as he gives a very low bow to the magistrate, doffs his cap to all of you again, and makes his exit.
Guy's dope as hell.
When the door closes, the magistrate takes a sip of his sherry and he goes, "Indeed, I'm lucky to have him in my port.
He's a great guy.
Hmm.
Straight shooter. I like him.
Trustworthy is what I would say."
Yeah, also that.
He hands off the other letter to Primrose for picking up the acquisition of crate of musket rifles.
And before we leave, because I know that this evening is when we pick that up, do you have a spare paper so that I can write down this ledger?
Oh, by all means. He pulls out another sheet and moves it over to this side of the desk, poffers up inkwell and quill.
I write it as quickly as I can to get all of the notes on it, and I say, the more people that know about this, the better, and the higher likelihood that the kids are brought home.
Indeed. I will have to send letters to the magistrate in Potuma, Clagrana, and Casterwellen to ensure that they have any help that they need, and to make sure that they also give you all the assistance that you may require in this matter. I will see that the Republic of Cran stands firm against slavers. We do not need such a trade corrupting and poisoning the inside of our bludgeoning republic out here in the Olane, just so a few nobles could make a better profit. It's just not couth.
Agreed. Well, if there's anything else you need of us, we'll get going and prepare for our
The only thing I
endeavors.
need from you, Captain Primrose, is to go forth and do good things. But before you leave, I just wanted to check in about the previous matter I brought you to. After you've settled matters here, would you be able to go after the military payroll ship?
I have already discussed that with my Commodore, and he has been quite firm that he does not want to involve us in the war. I do apologize.
No. Privateer life. You must maintain a balance. I understand as well. Well, if your Commodore is interested in any other line of work that I may so have for an enterprising privateers as yourselves, by all means, send him my way, and I will talk to the man.
I will absolutely do so. Hopefully, we won't have to leave as quickly as it seems we will, but I'd like to get this part done first for the kids, and then hopefully I can send him your way.
Very well. Good luck, and go forth and do great things, Captain Primrose.
We will try, and I do a big curtsy and can head out.
He stands up to return a bow.
Aw.
Ah. What a nice elf.
Is that what you say?
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's what I say. Don't worry, I'm gonna make you like elves.
I like Tawnyard.
I'm gonna make
Mask
you like
it.
all elves. Okay, sorry. Yeah, Mask.
No, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't. I'm trying to give you guys this pauses, or let you guys do your thing. But if that's it, Mask. In your time while they're away, you've watched a satyr go into the store, come out with a bolt full of a case full of bolts and a new crossbow. You've seen two wood elves go in, come out with a tackle box full of bait. You've seen a high elf father and his child go into the store, come out. The child has a new fishing rod, and the father has a tackle box. And then you see a curious gnome go into the store, spend 30 minutes in there, and come out empty-handed.
Do we recognize him at all, by chance?
You do not recognize him.
Hmm.
With your passive perception and whatnot, and being able to just roll 20s, no. He's not recognizable. It is a gnome you have not seen previously.
Your ability to roll 20s.
Yes, sir. How dare you? Huh? Where does it seem like this fellow is going?
He's heading back down the street towards the direction of the rest of the merchant district and the direction of the docks district, which coincidentally also means the warehouses as well.
Fuck. I'll trail him.
Working off your 32, you trail him back through the city. You see him stop into a grog shop by way of the back door. There's a grog shop on the edge of the merchant district and the dock district. How would you like to proceed?
And he goes. He doesn't come out, right?
He like you're tailing him and you watch him just like go down the side street and then like dip in like go in through like the side entrance to this grog shop. Like it's like the it's not the front door. It's pretty much like the back door.
I'm going to take off my mask and switch my hat and go in the front door.
Oh wow. Okay. When you go in there through the front door, give me a perceptions check.
21.
As you quickly scan the crowd as the afternoon is going through its paces, a few people wrapping up, stopping in for a quick drink, some warehouse workers that finished up quick, getting a quick jog in before they go home. You see that like another barmaid has just entered, and she's like donning her apron and whatnot, while there's one roving in her and taking orders. You see a table full of elves chit-chatting, and then you see the gnome talking from behind the counter to a patron that's sitting at the bar. And with the 21, you kind of see them both like touch hands on top of the bar top, and then you see the elf that he was talking, the patron elf that he was talking to, like after they've touched hands, you see that hand disappear into his pocket and come out, and goes back to resting on his drink. And they're talking at a distance, but the volume in here is conversational volume, so you can't at the front door you can't quite hear what they're saying right now. What do you want to do?
So is this a place to sit and drink, or is this a place to just like socialize?
It is a place to sit and drink.
Okay. Any tables nearby them?
Yes.
I'm gonna try and get a table nearby.
You are able to. It's not that busy. As you sit at the table before the barmaid can come over and start asking you what you want, the first bit of the conversation you hear is, you hear the gnome say to the elf, he needs somebody. You hear the words, he's gonna need somebody to get in through the barg, and after that, it'll be a pretty big opening. And then you're interrupted as the barmaid comes over and says, good afternoon, sir. Is there any particular grog you want to drink, or do you just want the house grog?"
I'll try the house specialty for now.
Very well, so that'll be 2 copper, and I'll be back with it.
Thank you.
As then she goes, you're able to tune back into the conversation, and you hear the patron elf replying back to him. He goes, "Oh no, that won't be a problem. I'll definitely be able to get the 10 barrels, but last I heard, that wizard's got a backlog." And you hear the gnome go, "No, don't worry about it. They're paying for it. It's going to be expedited. They'll put them right at the beginning of the thing. It's going to be good money, but you will have to go back to the store and back to the hold and pull out these 10 barrels. Bring 12,
That
though.
sounds fun.
I may have another buyer and a two others." Oh. You hear the elf go back, "Yeah, it's too easy. All right. I'll head down to the bog and go get them." You hear what sounds like coins hitting the counter, and the elf gets up and leaves the establishment.
Fuck. I'm gonna try and memorize what she looks like.
Roll me an investigations check.
How dare you, sir? 11.
Vague.
High elf, blonde, high cheekbones, red and green vestments.
Anything that would maybe make her like stand out? Like, it sounds like she stands out already amongst all the people that have been around here.
No, I mean she's an elf.
In an elf port.
Really, it's only the high cheekbones that are gonna make her stand out with her blonde hair.
Okay. Then I'll keep those.
That you can tell.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll keep those in the back of my noggin, and I'll sit here. And I'll try and drink like maybe 1 or 2 grogs, just to make it seem not so shady. And then I'll go outside and see if I can't wait for the either gnome to come back out to follow him, or the elf to appear somewhere, and I'll follow her.
Take a sip of the house grog. It has got a nice, pungent, citrusy aftertaste, and it like tingles the tongue. You do see the gnome come leave the establishment. You see him actually like when he's in there, like he's like working behind the counter, but then like he just freely leaves. Like he doesn't check out with the who looks like the head chef. Doesn't check out with any of the barmaids. Just like dips. So when you're out front and you see him come out, he comes out the side door again, but he comes into the main thoroughfare and he heads towards the warehouse district.
Okay. I'll tail him at a distance.
Can Captain Mask and Captain Primrose both roll me D100s?
I'm the best.
Oh.
Never question me.
100.
1.
What? What the fuck?
Wow.
We are the best, honestly. I don't
That's
think
not the word
anyone
I would
has-
use.
And no one has been better than us ever.
Well, it was with a chance within 20, but you both nailed it exactly. So as soon as you're about to move to follow him, you see the rest of the group coming back down from the magistrate's office. They clearly see you without your mask and another hat.
Oh fuck! I forgot to put the mask back on.
Well, we already know what he's supposed to do.
Well,
so-
as we're walking, I'm gonna swap it. Put it back on. You know, the things.
So everybody just saw Captain, plain face, swap out, and watching a gnome head down to the warehouse district.
Okay, well, we're
If-
gonna walk exactly where we were going back towards the ship because we know that he said he was gonna go tail. So if he joins us, great. If not, he's doing whatever he's doing.
The dice spoketh that you guys ran into each other,
That's
so I just wanted to
fucking wild.
open it up as an option.
Double ones.
So the rest of you head back to the ship. Mask, you tail the gnome the rest of the way through the dock district. He goes over to the warehouse side, and you see he's actually 3 warehouses down from where the drow and his underground fighting pit is. He walks up just as one of the clerks is like doing his like checks and like locking up the warehouse from the outside. How close are you trying to get to this interaction?
Close enough, I suppose. Like, so maybe I can hear him. Like, I'm trying to be real stealthily about it now. Now that we're getting into like some unfamiliar territory.
Sure is. Stealth check, please.
25. Damn, my lowest roll possible.
Jesus.
With a 25, you're able to like be inconspicuous on this large wide street for the warehouse docks, warehouse district. I'm sorry. As you see the gnome confer with this cleric elf, you get part of the conversation where the gnome is talking about that Scowcraft is going to require another delivery of crossbows the balanced kind. And he also mentions to this guy that his next order of spices, and he makes like this little gesture with his nose, will be waiting for him upon the delivery.
I wonder where they're getting. Oh, I bet I know where they're getting the balanced crossbows from. All right, I'll keep listening. I guess I have a
The
feeling I know
elf,
what's going on here.
yeah, the elf agrees to it. And he goes, yeah, no problem. Yeah, I can probably get the crate in 2 days. And Scowcraft, and this gnome goes, that'll work for Scowcraft, and he just keeps on moving after that. And like for you being inconspicuous as you are on the street without like hiding out anywhere near them, this is about as much of the conversation as you'll get.
That tracks. Huh. Well, I'll just keep listening, and hopefully he takes me somewhere. But I'm gonna keep like try and remember what this guy looks like too. I'm like, anything in a
You
blonde high elf with a thing.
you've been tailing this gnome long enough that you can definitely recall his face and like pick him out of a crowd again. He's got ruffled brown hair, his large nose on his face, slightly crooked. It looks like it's been broken on the bridge. He's got large green eyes, and he's wearing like decent garb. He looks comfortable. He's not displaying any wealth though.
Gotta be inconspicuous.
I'm
He's
assuming
definitely
he's just like a supply man for Scowcraft.
Probably.
well. As you continue to tail him, he redoubles back, comes through the merchant district. He stops at a food stall vendor, buys what looks like in the real world equivalent of a waffle cone, but you see that it's got fruits in it instead of like cream, like nice cold ice creamery. And he pays for it. And as you stealthily approach to blend in and get a bit of this conversation, you hear the gnome talk back to this Arakoa shop vendor, stall vendor with the food. He says, yeah, no, he doesn't have any more of that in stock, but we could probably put an order with it in for in the next week." And the Arakoa kind of like nods his head. He goes, very well. I did not expect the summer festival to be this lively. Almost been eaten out of all of that. The gnome goes, hey, don't worry, man. Scowcraft's good for it. We'll get you what you want.
I don't like that.
You see him pay for this little waffle cone of fruit, a whole silver, and the Arakoa goes, "Oh, thank you, thanks, man." And he's like, "No problem, man. We gotta stick together, you and I. Have a good one." And he keeps boogieing on his way.
This fucking guy. He's got so much shit. This is how he's getting Scowcraft all his stuff.
The next stop, the gnome places. He approaches this shabby-looking wooden tower in town. Knocks on the stone door. You see the little round peephole open up, and you hear a voice behind. "Yeah, who there?" The gnome yells up. He goes, "The lower one, you knobby idiot." Thing closes. A smaller hole at the bottom which opens up, and you see an eye poke through. And he goes, "Oh, it's you! One moment." Door closes. Or the peephole closes. The door opens. You see a bearded high elf, white hair, um, balding except for the sides of his head. He's in robes, and when he opens the door, you can see like what looks like an alchemist set in further behind him in this room. That's the foyer of this tower. And he goes, "Yeah, come in." And then the stone door closes.
Huh.
That's the wizard.
Interesting. Why is it always high elf?
You recognize this place as the wizard's tower, or the enchanter in town. Like this is the wizard that Scowcraft mentioned earlier.
Well, he's well connected.
Yeah.
So I guess
As try as you might, as you loop around the building, it's quite quiet in here.
It's fucking spells and
You
shit.
won't be able to get any kind of eavesdropping through this building.
no, that tracks. That tracks. I guess I gotta have to wait for this one because I can't. I'm not going in. Not without a purpose, anyway. Okay.
All right. Give me a stealth check to remain in the area and continue to keep an eye on.
27.
All right. Back at the ship, everybody arrives back at the Traveler's Shadow. Primrose, Bridgestorm, Jericho, Pella. It's getting a little late now. It's the evening's coming about.
Hmm. Well, I suppose we can once it gets darker, we can head to the armory and pick up the crate, but has anyone heard from Commodore?
Oh, he's gone.
I mean, I don't know how long he was planning on tailing Scowcraft, so I mean, we did see him, but obviously I didn't want to blow his cover by bothering him then.
Going for that.
I suppose this would be a bad time to go get a drink then.
Well, I'm sure we can bring the crate without you. You can go get your drink. You've already been helpful enough. And, you know, heaven forbid too many people notice you or ask for an autograph, you know.
It is a bit hard to be stealthy when everyone seems to know who I am.
Well, I wouldn't know what fame is like, but it seems pretty off-putting.
You are part of the Masked Maiden. That is exactly how I found you out.
Yeah, fair enough.
He has a punch, you know.
Well, go get your drink. We can get the crate without you.
Be sure to take, extra people with you then.
Oh, yes. Well, losing out on your strength means we need at least 5 of our crew members, right?
12.
I
12,
just
man.
maybe more pairs of eyes.
Hmm.
But all right. I'll be back.
Have fun.
You're looking to go to one of the rough and tumble grog shops just off the dock district, so you're going to go further
No,
in to find a
I don't
tavern
need
or common
anyone
room.
else fucking with me. I don't need somebody else who's heard of me to, I don't know, whatever. I go somewhere people might know who I am, but are gonna leave me alone.
Common room. You would have the best of luck with the common room between the dock districts and the residential districts.
And that is where I shall start.
A whole pitcher of ale, if that is going to be your go-to, is going to cost you 2 silver, and you can definitely, at this time of night, because more people will be going to like the inns and restaurants for food rather than the common rooms, you will be able to find a nice secluded area of this place to.
How big are the ales? Normal, regular size?
I mean, it's like a liter, and like the regular mugs of ale.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a pint.
I put down a gold and say, give me 5.
All at once?
Are they served warm normally?
To half that point. You're given 5 mugs of ale. He says that's more. You want change?
For what?
Well, you're getting mugs, not pitchers. That's gold.
I thought they were 2 silver apiece.
2 silver for a pitcher. This is a mug.
Oh, I misunderstood. Then just the pitcher is fine.
It's 5 pitchers.
No, just the pitcher is fine.
He gives you he gives you 8 silver back as change.
Okay. I push one towards him.
Oh, thank you kindly, sir. And he hands you your pitcher of ale and a mug if you so wish to drink out of.
I don't. I just push that back to him too.
All right. Primrose and Britchstorm, how many people are you bringing with you to the armory?
Fill me in. I'm still putting my child to bed.
It is the evening time, about time to go pick up the crate of weapons, but it's only you and Primrose and your NPC stable.
Uh, 4 for each of us, so 10 total. It's just a crate, right? A crate.
It's just a crate.
Yeah. So yeah, that's I would say 10 total,
All right.
including us. In case we get fucking ambushed. Moving goods throughout the city at night? Yes.
No.
Yeah.
You guys head back down. You find the armory. It's like halfway between the fort and the magistrate's office in the dock districts. A nice little location. It's high. It's the only compound in the whole district that actually has like brick walls around it instead of like fences and iron walk gates. The two Cran soldiers at the front check you all. You know, you display the papers. They go. You know, they understand that they're waiting for you. They lead you into the front door of it, letting the front clerk know who you all and what you're here for. They lead you back around to the carriage stable, and they see all your crew, and they're like, "Wow!" They commend you on bringing such a strong force. Makes them feel better that you know this should make it to its intended target. And within a couple minutes, 4 Cran soldiers hump over a crate, set it down, and out of the darkness, you hear a familiar voice that goes, "Ah, you're here! Great! I've already placed the object." As Cleric Eldoon makes appearance within to the torchlight of the carriage stable and like walks up to see you all and says, "Ooh, what a mind-fighting crew of people you brought! You must sail a very large ship. And I thought it was a penasse."
Uh, we haven't had a penass for a long time. Long time, actually. Jesus.
Ah, fortune smiles on you, friend. And he kind of gives you an elbow at your thigh.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yes. I like him. I like him.
Oh no, no doubts. But as I say, well application of justice keeps a civilization running the mustest.
I guess that's how many people say that? Is that like a turn of phrase here?
Eh, it's
that's
broken
several.
gnomish. Go sue me.
Okay. Okay, I was just wondering. I'm unfamiliar, and it's a Cranport, so figured I'd have at least heard it. But yeah,
Well, when you've seen all manner of things I did, it counts to laugh.
oh, that's really sad. Now,
Good.
what a complex
Good.
character.
Well then, just know that you'll be being tailed by one of my agents. So in case you are going to get jumped, you should expect a response from the appropriate law forces within 4 minutes.
Well, he's dead then.
Oh,
Classic.
well,
He said he was still putting.
I had to
So
mute it before, so I'm back. But yeah, Birch went AFK.
I think that's probably the maneuver.
So yeah, so we'll bring this back to the ship so we can get reassembled with our Commodore once he's back, and then we'll bring this immediately to the tackle and barrel.
Splendid. Don't worry about the skills of my agent. She'll remain perfectly hidden. You won't even know she's there. And once you have deposited the crate in Scowcraft's possession, she will then unattach herself from you all and begin to follow the crate.
Fantastic. That's a plan then.
Good luck and good evening as he steps back out into the shadows.
All right, crew. Let's bring this to the Masked Maiden so we can find the Commodore, or at least have him come back.
4 take up the handholds that the Crayon soldiers had to carry it in. They humph it up, and the other 4 take their positions, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and you all start your way back to the ship. At this time, across port by the Wizard Tower, the front door opens again in Mask, and you see the gnome step out, laughing a good heartly chuckle, and you see he has like a glass tankard in his hand, and he's like, "Man, that is ridiculous! You can't be serious!" And you see the old wizened wizard come to the door. He too has a glass tankard in his hand, but he has like his is halfway filled with like a very brown liquid. You can tell from the inner light that's shining through the door. And he goes, "I tell you, it's true. You go to Avacava Island, and you make a deal with that nasty black dragon, and you'll be in. And then that's where I tell you, it's gonna be sitting in his hoard. It'll be worth a boatload of gold any fine port city officiant will pay money for. Trust me." You see the gnome put his empty tankard to his lip, realize it's empty. He goes, well, the visit's over. I'll be seeing you when I bring back those kegs." The wizard takes the empty tankard and goes, "Okay, be looking forward to it now." And he shuts the door, and the gnome starts walking down the street. You see he's in a good mood. He's kind of humming to himself. And you will follow him back, and you will see him go to Scowcraft's shop and go inside. The door shuts.
Okay. Well, with that information, I will go back to the boat.
All right. Both captains roll me a D4.
Oh, piss.
Yeah, Prim, that's you now.
Any roll that I make is going to be higher than my D100?
That's
Never mind.
possibly true.
Oh my god!
Not technically accurate.
Primrose and Bridgestorm and crew arrive back to the ship with their crate of musket rifles, and then shortly after, Commodore Mask will arrive.
Oh, thank goodness. We were getting worried.
Mask, before as you're getting back to the ship, roll me a perception check.
24.
You're good. Nothing out of the ordinary.
No, I don't like that.
A dock's winding down. It is evening. The harbor master's office is closed.
nice.
Most of the grog shops right off the docks are all busy and lively with patrons.
Then I am going to inform the crew of what I found out and all the people I've met, to include the blonde elf with the high cheekbones, the bearded the elf enchanter guy. You know, the works, all those men.
Okay, so you've been to the Wizard's Tower. Scowcraft did tell us about that, but it seems like he has a large array of connections. This isn't surprising.
He, man, I don't think that guy has a legit piece of equipment in his store. I think he gets it all from what we're doing.
Well, we already have gotten the crate, so if you are ready with the rest of the payment, we can head to Scowcraft himself.
Sure. Oh,
We
Yeah.
did lose Jericho to Ale. He has gone off on his own.
he's earned it.
Yeah, he's done more than enough.
I haven't done a goddamn thing.
He's killed many men.
You were in a death fight.
That's okay. Well,
He killed 50 men.
Birch, welcome back to your computer. We made it back
Hello.
safely to the Masked Maiden with the crate, and now we have to head to Scowcraft.
All right, let's go see Scowcraft.
That's not what I said.
He won't see
they
us.
make pens.
That's such a niche joke.
The 3 of you and your 8 crew head down the street to Scowcraft's. Upon arriving, when you guys start going through the door, the little bell, ding, 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 you see Scowcraft not at his counter. He's at like this back table, and he's like just cleaning up his wares there and putting them away in like a locked closet. And the gnome is lounging on a table, leaning back in his chair. And when you all come in, the gnome like leans forward. Scowcraft turns around and goes, "Oh, you're back!" And then as like your 8 crew file in behind you with the crate, you see Scowcraft kind of go, "Oh, you already have them! Oh my, wow, the gods, that was quick! Come in, yo, Billy, get the door." The gnome
God.
rushes up right behind you all, closes the door and latches it, and you see him pull down this rolling parchment, or it looks like rolling a cloth on like a little dowel rod, and it pulls down over the window. Scowcraft like turns around, collects himself, is like, "Set it down right here." Oh, wow, that was quick.
Well, I told you we're pretty good at what we do. You said
No.
20%?
20% off. We'll call it 2,720 gold.
You have anything else that might need to be done for, let's say, an additional discount?
Wow, you'll really go the distance for this, won't you?
You got to keep your pockets tight and your people close. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's take a look at the musket rifles first. Billy, get a crowbar. The gnome dips into the side room, comes out with 2 crowbars, hands one to Scowcraft. They wrench the lid open. They look inside it. He pulls up a musket rifle and does a quick examination of it. He goes, "Wow, untouched, grand craftsmanship musket rifles, smooth bore, military issue. Man, Magistrate definitely knows how to prepare to defend a city." He puts it down, put the crate on top, and they kind of like pound it back into place. And he goes, "Really want to do another thing to try to whittle down this price?"
Sure. What you got?
You see both Scowcraft and Billy the gnome kind of exchange looks. And Scowcraft looks back and she goes, "Could you perhaps come into possession of 5 canoes?"
Canoes. That's a
First,
interesting ask.
He motions around and
Can
he goes,
you not?
"It is a hunting shop."
No, that's fair. That's I suppose that tracks.
He
yes.
has a point, you know.
"For each canoe you bring me, I will knock 200 gold off the price."
Probably. Where do you? I don't suppose you'd have an idea of where we picked those up.
Well, most time, the way I hear it, most shipbuilders, their apprentices start off on building canoes. So I'm sure the shipwrights and shipwrights around the docks should have some canoes in their wares.
Yeah. We can arrange that, I suppose.
Like I said, any canoes you bring me, I'll knock 200 gold off the price.
No, that tracks. That's a deal.
All right. Because I haven't paid, I haven't put the order in, so it's just going to delay getting the kegs and getting them enchanted. Just so you're aware, I was hoping to make the deal tomorrow, but if you can bring me the canoes tomorrow and we can make the deal then, I can get these kegs to you at a pretty good pace.
I will see what we can do.
All right. Hey, where's Jericho? He's not fighting right now, is he?
No. He taking a little break.
You see the gnome like look back at Scowcraft and he goes, Jericho? The White Leona Jericho? The one that killed Thrassa? Scowcraft like shakes his head and goes, yeah, the very one. He's on their crew. You see the gnome look over at you all and goes, oh, big deal that. If you are interested in putting him in another fight, I know a guy.
Huh. Well. Yeah? Well, what kind of fight?
I mean, from what I heard at the Baroness's party, the man knows his way around a blade. If he'll do blade guards, I know a fight where they do weapons.
The man's all about weapon fights.
Okay. Well, I'm Billy, and I'm either here working with Scowcraft, or you can find me down by the Spindle and Thread.
Spindle and thread, huh?
It's a bar just off the dock districts. A bar, not one of those filthy grog shops.
Ah, gotcha.
Damn.
Gotcha.
A little judgy.
There's. What did you have before? I didn't even. Oh no, what was that 21 for? It's not the same grog shop you went into. It's like a legit bar.
Oh, so like a good one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rude.
all right. I suppose I can always check out a legit bar. Thank you for the invite.
Very welcome. Have a good one.
Yeah, have a good one.
Did you guys unlatch the door to walk out? Within the instant you get the door shuts behind you and your crew, you can hear the lock bar go right back into place.
That makes sense.
I figured as much. Those men's has never, and ain't done a fucking honest day's work, not never. I sees them.
Good.
So canoes now, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
Or we can put Jericho in a fight and let them know when so that they can make bets on him. They seem rather keen to do that much. But we do have a carpenter in our crew who might be able
Oh, yes.
to make canoes.
I can make a canoe, yeah.
You are not the carpenter I'm referring to.
Oh, never mind then.
Are you a carpenter now? You're a
I
chef.
could
Might be.
I might be. It's just like it's being a chef of wood.
He's a wooden chef.
Yeah.
Not the iron chef, but a wooden chef.
Yeah, I mean, how hard can it be? You just carve out some wood.
Mm-hmm.
How hard indeed. Well, all right. I don't know how many canoes you're thinking that we can acquire, but I do feel like the fight option is also a good one.
I think that's the primary one that we go with here, because we know we got guys who are good at that.
Yeah, we don't have guys that are good at canoes.
No, we don't know yet. We haven't had anyone build any canoes, so
Yeah, Alex agreed to renovate Jericho's officer place for a bed that he can actually use, but I don't know
Oh,
how
that's like a
rusty
canoe.
Alex is for his carpentry.
That's fair.
we never know.
And it certainly won't be the same style as the people here use, because Alex isn't familiar with Cran ways of woodwork.
Jericho, we need you to kill more people for us.
Jericho is drinking ale in some unknown grog place that we don't know where he went. He just wanted to drink.
We'll go find Jericho. You gotta go kill stuff.
If I am done, Rob, I will exit and go back to the ship.
Certainly.
Thank you with it.
Con save, and let's see if you can get back.
He
Okay.
should be fine, in theory. Just one low roll, though.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, you're good. You definitely make it back to the ship. You've got a good buzz going on.
This
He's
man has
happy.
never
Get
had a
the-
hangover.
He doesn't know what it is because he's dumb.
He's too strong.
The party reconvenes. It is well into the night. You guys are back aboard the ships.
I see the Commodore's back. Were you successful?
Successful enough, I think.
Well, he signed us up for a little mini mission, so.
All right. Sounds good to me.
You in for another little blood sport action?
If that's what you require.
That sounds like a yes.
He's into it.
We're gonna teach him about agency.
He can say no at any time.
I don't think he knows.
But he's
that,
very
though.
loyal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean-
he seems.
His entire previous job was Bloodsport, right? As a mercenary? I look up at you.
My family is a mercenary band on the city of Bonn, yes.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you're no stranger to this stuff. Do you... this is probably just a personal question out of curiosity. Do you enjoy it?
Oh my, no.
Sometimes.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's
No?
not the worst thing in the world.
Oh yeah.
What is the worst thing to you?
Is it the poops? It's the poops.
The poops.
Getting into a fight and then you got to shit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That is almost always.
Mm.
Huh?
Pocket poop.
No.
The adrenaline dump really is something.
Oh no, he's a shitter, not a clencher. You hate to see it.
I've never shat myself during battle, but it has been plenty of close
Oh,
calls.
Jesus H.
Jericho, we're gonna be good friends.
Well, after
Alright.
speaking with
All
Alex, it's going to take him quite a while for one singular canoe. So maybe we bypass that particular one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Are we after small boats?
Canoes.
yeah.
So yes.
Well, if we're not doing
said
the canoe
why.
route, then because Scowcraft requested for even more of a discount if we could acquire some canoes for his shop. However, the secondary idea is to tell him about next time you're fighting, and that seems much more feasible than sniping some boats. So
Yeah, probably.
See where you're going with this.
we're very
Just
confident
pulls-
in your abilities, is what I'm saying.
So am I.
Oh boy.
Excellent. Love to hear it.
So when's the fight?
It hasn't been arranged yet.
We can return in the morning and speak further about arranging your next fight for a bit more of a discount, considering the boats are unlikely to happen quickly or at all. So, especially
just
not
kick
in the
down a door.
timeline that we were given by the magistrate and the cleric. So.
Yeah, you're right. You could just kick down a door, but we don't exactly know all the information of what exactly we're looking for when it comes to finding these kids.
Yeah, we're playing the long game.
Oh, I
Considering
meant
how
just
many.
to start a fight.
Oh,
good.
no,
Oh, yeah.
no. They want to know when you're going to fight and who so that they can make their appropriate bets.
I think
I
if
mean-
I run through the city with a sword screaming.
Oh, God.
They'll
Okay.
fight.
I love the enthusiasm, but again, we need something a bit more coordinated. But
We
Scowcraft
talked to the
has
gnome.
a lot
Funny
of connections, so we're still unsure where those 2 kids that he bought have gone, and so we still need a bit more information.
Rob, we've had a long rest since I last fought you.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you've all long rested. It's also the very evening of the 30th, so you're about to long rest again.
I gained double my hit points. How fortuitous.
Big.
That would put me up to 264 hit points.
Put him up to several hit
That's
points.
a beefy lion.
I'm just a brick. What do you want from me?
It's a new day.
Well, if we're on a timeline, we might want to make this fight happen sooner rather than later.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Yep.
Let's go
If we,
reconvene with Scowcraft then.
Let's
Just
go talk
make
to
sure they're
Scowcraft.
not any of Officer Bergstrom's friends or something.
Oh? Friends?
I'm not fighting friends.
Come on.
I'm just saying that as me. As I tried to want to kill someone else, Birch knows.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That gorgeous beefcake of a elf.
Oh god,
New
don't let her kill
Bertram.
me.
As the puddle.
You don't know that. You don't
I
say
heard
that.
her say it.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Do not repeat these words again to me.
Goopy.
Padeedle.
Okay, on to the tackle and barrel.
Yeah.
As you walk the streets, it may be the first day of autumn. It definitely still feels like summer.
Nice. Love that warm breeze.
You head back down to the tackle and barrel. The door is open. You guys walk in. The bell ding 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 as the door opens and you all walk in. Scowcraft looks up as he is putting his wares back out from all his lock cabinets and back on display. And he goes, "Oh, you're back!" And then he like cranes his head. And he goes, "I almost thought you had the canoes with you this time."
Don't you worry, we're not that fast. However, we're looking to. I know we talked last night about possibly getting some fights, and your fellow compatriot who was talking with us seemed to know how to do that.
Oh, sure. Billy knows almost all the fight houses in town.
That's me.
So
Well,
we need to.
What are you interested in, though? Was you doing blade weapons with
Blades.
guard or blood sport?
Blood sport.
Yep, blood sport it is. Impressive. Well, Billy's out right now running some errands, but he usually stops in for a little bit of afternoon tea. I'll let him know that then. Where can he find you all?
Right here.
Just
Just gonna
I-
pop out of one of those seats.
Don't mean to be rude, but
And don't
having
be.
patrons hanging out in my shop during business hours is not really good for business.
Would it help if I bought something?
It certainly would.
Do you have any shields?
I have an assortment of shields. What are you looking for? Kite, buckler,
Power.
Jesus.
Do you think a small kite shield would protect me in any sort of capacity?
Yes.
He takes a look at you. He goes, "Sir, I get your meaning, but do you think a hunting supply shop sells tower shields for hunting?"
You have a sled
I do.
that I can just pick up and wield as a shield. And then affix a leather harness to it and let me buy it.
Very well. He picks up a toboggan off the its hooks hanging up. He goes in the back shop. You hear some hammering. Hear some more noises. He comes out. He's taken off the skis from the toboggan and the metal railings, and he has fixed a leather strap to it. And he actually put a handle into the wood as well, so you can strap it to your arm and hold the handle. And he goes, "Will this work?"
Wow.
Find out.
All right. 10 gold.
7.
He goes, "Wow."
It's going to
okay.
get obliterated.
Yeah, but it just cost me a whole sled.
The
That
whole
was
sled
his
you
sled.
didn't sell before.
Persuasion check.
Oh, I'm actually. Can I go to that?
Huh.
No, I'm kind of not. Well, that's all right.
You make a point. 9.
8.
8 and 5 silver.
All right.
All right. A deal's a deal. Well, I guess you can hang out. You're not technically loitering anymore.
I say,
Anybody
"Oh,
else?
You're not loitering.
Pull out my pipe and just have a smoke.
Anybody else? As he motions to his wall of hunting supplies.
I'll buy some arrows.
Awesome. How many arrows would you like, sir?
Do you sell them in bundles usually, or?
I typically, yes, 20 arrows at a pop.
20 is fine.
All right, 20 arrows as he goes over to a big basket, counts out 20. He goes, "That'll be 1 gold."
Okay.
All right.
1 gold it is.
Ma'am, sir, anything items for you? A fishing net, some bait.
Hmm.
Perhaps a nice fishing hat for the lady?
Ha!
Ooh.
I pat my staff and I say, "This is all I need, but thank you."
All right, well, you two are free to stay. You two, as he motions to Primrose and Captain, I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
There you. Okay.
Jericho Bergstrom will meet you when you're done with your further business.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get food because I like this place's food.
Scowcraft tries to make small talk with y'all. He's going to go on about fishing spots, hunting spots. He's going to talk about big game. He's going to talk about fish. Even if you guys are just like barely, like even if you're doing like, wow, yeah, that's crazy. When a customer doesn't come in and he's not helping the customer, like he's just going to try to like converse with y'all.
That's
That's all good.
crazy.
And you are free to ask him any questions you want during this time too. And if you're doing your smoke thing or your pipe thing, Jericho, and he sees it, he will maybe ask to see if you can do like a swordfish or like you could do like a big bird.
Do the bird thing.
A bird.
You're gonna do the bird thing.
Yeah,
Oh.
do the bird thing. No, not that.
Primrose Tawnyard is full of restaurants and stall vendors with all sorts of food. What are you looking for?
It's breakfast.
Well,
There are bakery shops. There's even stall vendors that have a nice little griddle and they're serving out eggs done quick style.
Commodore, you want some eggs? I'm paying.
hell yeah.
And
Yes.
that's what we'll get.
How would you like them?
Fertilized.
Ugh.
No.
High or low?
Hi. Hell yeah.
He's got it.
That's disgusting.
Interesting.
He's got the what do the Vietnamese call it? The blot,
Glute.
the glot,
The
glute.
blue-
Yeah,
bleh.
yeah. He's got it.
Yeah.
You asked
There you
for
go.
this.
That's what
No,
you
thank you.
wanted.
No,
idiot.
thank you. I hate it. Why have I done this to me?
Does Tawnyard have anything close to an Eggs Benedict?
Hmm.
Well, they certainly do now.
No. If they do.
No, I just did see. That's the isn't that the one? Yeah, it's poached egg.
It's, yeah, with
It's
hollandaise.
yeah.
Yeah, he can do a poached.
Hell yeah.
The sauce won't be exactly hollandaise though.
That's a-okay. Prim's more adventurous than me.
Wow.
You're given a poached egg with a little bit of chives.
Nice. How much for both of these?
He says 8 copper.
Oh, and 10 copper then.
Delicious.
Oh, thank you kindly, ma'am.
Ugh. Here's hoping that they find out their stuff real quick and that they don't give any information that they shouldn't.
I cannot tell a lie.
Thank you.
He-
Good tell.
It's physically incapable.
Before the afternoon arrives and Billy for his tea time, you see Scowcraft sell bait. You see him sell a fishing guide. You see him sell a longbow and some arrows and a quiver. You see him sell knee-high boots. You see him sell a oiled apron. That's like it's waterproofed. And then by the afternoon comes, the door opens, bell rings, and short little Billy the Gnome walks in. Says, "Oh, visitors, how grand! Scowcraft, how goes it?" Scowcraft goes, he's like doing the last little bit of ledger for his last purchase. He goes, "Pretty good day so far." They decided to hang out. I wanted to talk to you about a fight. Billy immediately, his eyes go wide in surprise. He goes, "Oh, what a delicious tart to have with tea. What kind of fight?" As he looks to Bridgestorm and Jericho.
What they call it. Blood sport.
Ooh, blood sport. Well, that narrows it down just fine. I know about 3 different fight houses that will partake in blood sport. I can talk to them about arranging a fight for tomorrow night if that works for you. You want to come with?
I believe the whole crew will be in attendance.
Oh no, sure, be an attendant. But I'm talking about to go visit the owner of said fight house to organize it.
Oh. Sure.
Awesome. Well, let's have tea and we'll be on our way.
Do you have any ale?
Scowcraft goes, I don't have any ale.
Then never mind.
Okay. Do you want tea though, sir?
No.
Okay.
Have you ever
Be
had
cool.
tea?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just asking. I'm learning about you.
He proffers up 3 cups, brings out a kettle, pours each, looks over to Bridgestorm. He goes, "Do you have it with milk or sugar?"
It's just neat for me.
Wonderful. He
Neat
sets down the
tea.
kettle after filling up all the cups. He gives you one of them, hands the other one to Billy, and then picks up his own and goes, "Cheers to a decent business relationship I've pleasantly haven't never had before."
Cheers. Feels good.
It is a tangy berry tea.
Oh, this is nice.
Sounds very nice.
Well,
After tea is adjourned, Billy goes, "All right, well, let's go, gentlemen." You guys follow him out of the store. There we go. You follow him out of the store. He brings you back towards the district between the merchant district and the residential district, where there's a bunch of common houses. Jericho, you see the one you drank in last night, he goes to one 2 doors down from it, walks in. It's the afternoon, so it's fairly empty except for like two patrons maybe, one barmaid, and you see a chef in the back preparing something. And there's a drow sweeping, and he looks up and he goes, "Ah, Billy, I wasn't expecting to see you today. How can I help you, Billy? Who are your friends?" Billy walks up and like motions you two to follow him. He goes, "Ah, what's going on, Quadlo? Yeah, this is Birchstorm and this is Jericho. I'm pretty sure you've heard of
Hello.
him." You see Quadlo put the broom down in the corner and like walk over, brush his hands off on his apron, extends a hand to shake to Birchstorm, and says, "Well, hello. Haven't seen a sea elf in quite some time. How do you do?"
Good, good.
He's dead.
How do you do, Birchstorm?
I'm well. Nice to meet you. Can
I
you
haven't
guys
seen
not
a
hear
s-
my microphone?
I did not hear you if you
Mm-mm.
Oh, no
chimed
worries.
in.
Mm-mm.
And then he looks over and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to respond?"
Yeah, I said it's very nice to make your acquaintance.
"Yours as well, Birchstorm." And then he looks over at Jericho and goes, "Ah, I do believe I've heard of Jericho. You were the one that took down the Baroness's champion, are you not?" As he goes to shake your hand.
I am. I'll shake his hand.
"Well met. Well, Billy, what's this about?" Billy goes, "Jericho here is looking for his next fight. Bloodsport." And, Quadro looks over at you and goes, "Haha, we're gonna get right back into it. You're about, what are you, on a bout to mop up Tanyard's, all Tanyard's greatest fighters?"
Not really.
Yeah.
"Yeah, okay.
Just
Well,
does it for the fun of it.
I do believe we got two up in the attic. I believe
How do you keep them in
definitely.
the attic?
Oh, that's the room they pay for.
The literal
Something about being up high, small windows that nobody can get through. Very shifty fellows, but uh, one's a minotaur and the other one's, I don't know, what do you call himself? And that's when the chef in the background goes, "Half orc." He goes, "Half orc. That's right. Don't see many of them. Half orc minotaur. Both pretty well. Can do pretty well, but this is blood sport we're talking about. Anyone in particular that you think you want to take on? Either one will be down. Or do you want to make it a surprise and we'll just put the fight on for tomorrow night?"
Hmm. I kind of look towards the other two guys who brought us here. It doesn't matter.
Not particularly.
Gnome shakes
No,
his head. He goes, "No, I've never seen either one of them fight."
just as long as
Oh god, it's a surprise for everyone?
it's
Ooh.
gambling, right?
"Oh, sure. We always have bookies in attendance."
Uh, then the orc.
"Very well. I'll let the half orc know. He'll be looking forward to it. All right. Well, tomorrow night, sun goes down, ninth bell. We'll be down in the pit. You know where it is, Billy. You show them." Billy gives like a two-finger salute. Like, "No problem, Quadrilo. I'll show them. See you then. Come on, guys, this way." He leads you out of the common room, down the alley, and he motions to the slanted double doors that are like in that like it's pretty much the cellar doors to this common room in the back. He goes, "This will be the entrance. It'll be open. There'll be a couple bouncers. But you guys show up tomorrow before the ninth bell, get situated downstairs, and then we'll have ourselves a good fight."
Wait, can we not leave here?
No, you can leave. He's come back tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
He's just showing you where to go.
Yeah, I'm dumb. Me, not the character.
All right. Well, if that's it,
I
I just kind of shrugged. I guess that is.
mhm.
Else.
your humble confidence baffles me, but I look forward to the fight. Well,
Hmm.
if you excuse me, I have more errands to run. Have a good day.
Wave goodbye.
Bye bye. All right, there we go. We are out of here. Thanks for letting us stick around.
No, don't be confident. Check.
Who do you say that to?
The what's his name? Scowcraft.
You guys haven't been in his store since you left.
Jesus Christ! I thought that's where this whole thing was going down.
No, you
No.
totally got brought to another
I-
location.
I too am also an idiot out of
wow.
game.
I just want to make sure that I'm communicating this correctly. Hi,
Yeah.
He's just not listening.
Yeah, selective hearing. My mistake. Then I pat the cat and I'm like, all right, well, it's time to go.
You can't
outta
call
here.
him that.
I can call him that. Bertram can't call
Oh
him that.
God.
We are two different people.
Pat in the hat.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
All right. So at 9 bong, you're gonna kill a dude. Pretty cool.
9 bong tomorrow.
Yes.
It is,
Do you-
fully possible that I don't.
Yeah.
It is fully possible.
It's possible, but I don't know. I got a good feeling about you. I've known you for about 72 to 96 hours. I got a good read on people.
Hmm.
Known each other for so long.
Yeah, we've got a long history already.
A long and storied past.
Yes, yes.
Big
Uh,
histories.
Kind of funny. One of my brothers actually died in a fight like this. So
Huh.
Really?
mm-hmm.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh no.
How long ago was that? How many brothers do you have?
Oh, so 4.
Oh, many.
And
400.
2 sisters. Quite a large litter.
All right. Rob, I don't know how to do that in a whisper.
All right, let me just do it.
All right.
Do you want me to whisper back what the results are?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just roll it.
Hit him with the death saves.
No.
Why am I poisoned?
Oh, you know why.
Oh, it's like
What?
tomatoes.
What's this cup made out of? Oh no.
This is good. We like this.
Well,
I don't know. if he's
fucking
rolling.
time travel me, Rob. I've got nothing else.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys don't want to check in back with the crew? Or we're just going to assume
Oh,
this
yeah.
happens?
Yeah, I'm just gonna assume I'm going back to the ship, and I'm gonna prep my stuff. Put down the shield sled.
There you go. Ugh. The old shield sled.
Classic, really.
I think
No,
I'll
I'm sorry.
confirm.
How many brothers did you say you had?
4.
4.
4? Living?
There you go.
Or 4 total?
Well, one of them's gone.
Yeah,
Well, 3 living.
3 living. Okay. Well, I'm sorry for the loss of your brother.
I'm not. He was kind of an asshole.
Okay,
Classic.
well, that makes the apology even more weird. Well, all right, I get it. Are you nervous at all? You keep talking about the fact that you might. Shit.
I
Yeah,
might if I die.
Yeah,
Actually.
you might. I mean, we've seen, we've seen a lot of people get killed.
Big man.
Same.
Like, yeah.
He's
I
not
mean,
wrong, you know.
I'm pretty sure I knew the lady that you killed.
That's
during the last.
unfortunate.
It is. But you know what? That is the life that we have chosen, isn't it? All right, let's get back to the fucking ship.
Okay. I was
we
gonna
head
say I
back.
was born into it. There's not much choice.
No, I mean you have a choice now. You can do whatever you want now.
You didn't have to
I'm
fight.
doing what I know.
Fucking
Yeah, but
butts.
you could learn anything. You're a young man.
I'm not a man.
You know what I mean. Trying to phrase. I'm
Yes.
not a man either, but people call me young man.
Hmm.
There's lots of time to learn new stuff.
Maybe I will.
I hope so.
Maybe I won't. I'm pretty good at this.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen it. It's pretty fucking crazy.
I'm honestly more interested in seeing the rest of you in similar situations.
Oh, that's concerning. I mean, that means we're gonna have to be in like mortal danger.
Hell
My
yeah.
citizenship is not contingent upon doing something with y'all, but it kind of is.
Okay. You know what? I understand where you're coming from,
I don't.
and I could see why you would think that we would be putting ourselves in danger because we do it quite often.
Mhm.
So
Okay, well,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we don't. Hopefully we don't disappoint.
I don't think you will.
Yeah,
we might.
you're incredibly well spoken. I just want to say that.
It's best to keep it short and concise.
No, I respect it. All right,
Definitely
hey,
want
look,
the
the ship.
beanbag.
We're here.
Oh,
Pretty cool.
You guys meet back up with the party.
Yeah, we do.
so we have a fight tomorrow.
Tomorrow? All
I'm gonna
right.
go to bed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
rest
he's got
up.
a big day ahead of him. Big day. Oh yes. At
And I'm gonna-
Nine Bong.
Yeah, I'm gonna crawl up
Don't
the
forget.
fucking main mast and go to sleep up there.
Mm.
Wherever
You
you're
have a
comfortable.
bedroom.
No, I don't. He's
Yes.
not done with it yet.
But you can still use the room.
Yeah.
Eh.
You fucking goof.
All right. I'll just appraise Winston of everything we're doing. Cool.
Boy, you guys sure love trouble.
Now, don't we
Fine,
just?
What was wrong with the canoe route?
Too slow? I mean, we asked Alex about making canoes, but you know, it's not very fast, and we don't have connections with the canoe people. So.
We don't have any good canoe connects,
Luckily,
you know?
our newest member seems to really love Bloodsport because we asked him what type of fight. He could have picked a regular fight, but no, he wanted the
These
death
blood
one.
farts. Na, 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 na.
Blood farts.
Yeah, Leonin is a very curious character. You guys seem to be putting him in harm's way an awfully lot. Just saying.
Yeah,
He wants it.
it's true. I mean, he's been very helpful, and I am concerned, but he's been the best in we have with the underground.
Oh no, understandable. Pella,
He wants it.
honestly, the goblin can only get you so far.
Pella was the intro we needed. He's fantastic at what he does. I'm concerned about what he does, but it's better I don't ask questions about that.
True, touche.
Mm-hmm.
Rob, do you have a person ready, or are we filling time
Nope,
until?
I'm getting it ready
Okay,
right
I
now.
was just making sure.
What?
Okay.
Right, meow, he says to the
That's
Leonin.
what I was-
That's
That's what I was one time with Winston conversation.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, wait, okay, that's what I was wondering.
Right, meow.
Something about
Nice.
feisty dads.
I said minutes worth. That's fine.
Oh, what? He's just like me, for real.
He's a feisty dad.
Yeah, I'm a feisty dad.
He's a spicy dad.
All right, let's fast forward to the second. Somehow I clicked on a relative.
Woo. I really hope we don't.
I did not
lose
copy.
her. Hmm.
Love that. Love
There we go.
that.
There it
It
is.
is now the 2nd.
Full rest. Yes, yes.
It is actually a hotter day than even a normal summer day would be for the fall. But if we're all ready to fast forward through the 2nd, and it is the evening. Richstorm and Jericho lead you back to the common room. You get around to the back alley. Sure enough, those cellar. Wow, why are we doing halfling music? Yep, fuck it. Brings you around to the back. There
wanna see the whole
are a gnome clad in like a black tabard and scale mail, and he's got like a club in his hand, and he's checking people in. And then there's like a taller elf that has like open carry double rapiers, who's just kind of leaning against the wall watching this all go down. You guys all show up, and the gnome recognizes you. Ah, you must be Jericho. Just in time. Come on in, buddy.
No, I'm not Jericho. This is Jericho.
Yeah, it's I.
Funny.
This
As you guys walk down the steps into the cellar of this common room, they have a pit ready. It's filled with plenty of elves, a few gnomes, a halfling or two, a couple of humans, and sure enough, on the other side of the fighting pit, you see a half orc getting his stretches in as he's slowly putting on his half plate, and you see that he's got 2 scabbard long swords resting against the table that he's about to put on his belt as he eyes you up and down, Jericho, from across the basement, taking you in.
Hot.
He's taking you in.
He's got 2 swords.
2 long swords.
Oh.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Indeed.
Well, I mean,
I'll
you only
just-
have 1 sword. He has double the swords.
Yeah, but it's real big.
Yeah. There's... Yeah.
I'll
Ooh,
prop up
brag.
the sword on my knee and just give it a once over with the whetstone.
All right. Bookies are there. You see some of the sailors and some elves putting bets in. You do see that the nominations are ranging anywhere from gold to silver. Heck, you've even seen what looked like a well-to-do merchant put up a decent-sized ruby.
Jesus Christ.
Hmm.
They yearn for death.
Well, that means we can put whatever denomination we want and not look out of place.
nickels.
Oh, well, that's human money, and I don't think they have that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, once they come around, I'll put a bet down on you.
They will come around. What kind of bet would you like to place?
Well, here's a plat put down on Jericho winning.
a lot of faith.
Hmm.
Yeah, don't fuck me. This is all my money.
You are handed a bet slip for 1 platinum piece on the odds of Jericho winning.
All right. Good luck.
Yeah, if you don't win, not only are we out of a party member, also we're out of money. So
Oh, please. This is
Huzzah.
a good faith wager in our friend.
I put 500 gold down on him.
jeez.
Jeez.
That's like 5 platinum pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's several
Ah.
platinum pieces.
Several.
Jericho, aka our new cash cow. Good.
All I have to do is risk my fucking life.
I
Yeah,
was
that's it.
just, putting it as like a I believe in you, but goddamn.
Can I help?
Hmm?
You mean help?
Just like, is there anything I can do to help him get ready before this battle?
Good old pep
I
talk.
don't know. Yeah, I don't think that'll help.
Give him
don't
a
think he
little
likes it when I
shoulder rub.
talk. Yeah, you just can I like rub his shoulders a bit?
Squeeze him, tuck, or
Not like a lot, but like
Come
a
on.
little bit.
Just a little love, you know?
You can give him a little pre-fight massage if
Okay.
he's willing.
Are you willing?
I don't think I'm gonna know you're gonna do it until you start doing it.
No. I'm going to ask. Would you like to let me help you limber up before the old battley do?
You gonna
we do?
jerk the peanuts?
No.
Come
What
on.
the
need him
fuck is a battle
No,
we
he needs
do?
to stay aggressive. We need to keep him backed up.
The tracks.
I guess.
All right, I give him
Would
a
you
good rub.
have it- Oh,
There we go. Let's work those out. Oh,
Bridgestorm works his dexterous, deft, elven fingers into your muscles as he gets down to your calves. Enjoy a +5 speed bonus to your first turn.
Oh,
oh.
he do be working magic. Damn.
Yeah, they call me Bertram Magic Fingers. That's what they call me. No one calls me that.
Bertram the toe curler. You know the one.
Yeah, I'm sure those waitresses would have agreed if you had stayed.
Well, I mean, if you were there to actually see what had happened, you would
All
know.
I heard was a crash through a window, so.
Exactly. So, maybe be nice to me.
Scowcraft and Billy the Gnome show up. They go and get mugs of ale, and they see you guys from across the cellar, and they raise up a toast to you all, and you see them go confer with the bookies and both place down bets. And then, as you guys can hear, just barely, since you guys are sitting at the table near the entrance, you can hear what sounds like the bells start ringing from the tower, as suddenly the gnome in the black-clad tabard and chainmail comes down the steps. The doors close, and he puts like a thing in the way to brace it. He comes right down, and he sits at the bottom step. And another elf stands up and goes, "Tonight's festivities! Jericho, coming in from his recent fight against the Baroness Champions, versus Ipja Mutawapa, the half-orc visitor. The night's battle will be blood sport. Both victors will be able to fight each other to the death. And of course, before the killing blow, both fighters' managers may be able to call out mercy. All bets are
No.
now in and final. Fighters, please approach the pit."
Oh.
You see the half-orc strap on his belt, walk up to the edge of the pit, puts a foot down. He looks across to you, Jericho, and you see him kind of like curl up one of his lips. He goes, "I haven't fought a Leonin yet. How good are
And-
you?"
Well.
you'll find out.
I wanted to get a lick on Vasca myself, but apparently she was too lofty to fight the likes of me.
That's rude.
He cracks his neck in one direction and goes, "I will see you in the pit."
Right fucking there, Woody.
Wait, are we
Rob,
not in the?
out of context, when I made this character, something I read. It comes to mind in this particular fight.
Oh boy.
My ancestors used to kill his ancestors. Yes.
Oh shit! Blood feud.
The half of him, yeah, yes.
Okay.
So he has advantage on killing him.
I don't know if that's how that
To the
works.
death.
Yeah.
All right, fighters, as the judge comes up. At the sound of the bell, you'll both jump down in the pit and begin to fight. Fighting must be contained within the pit. Everything that you have on your persons and parties at your disposal, and the rest of it is to your skills and abilities. No outside help, no bards humming, no whistling, no thrumming on the table of any will be allowed, and to include any magic casting. If any are found and detected, the fight will be null and void, the fight will be over, and the offending party will be dispersed with the backstreet justice as decreed by the bylaws of Bartholomew.
By the Backstreet Boys.
Fighters, are you ready? As he points over to Jericho.
No.
Yep.
Points over to the half orc. The half orc gives a. He raises his hand, and in his hand is a very, very, very tiny hammer. And he drops it down, and there's a ding. Roll me initiative.
Oh fuck. That speed boost definitely helped. Fuck.
Your first 5 feet in the fighting pit will not count. Jericho, it is your turn.
Alright. Well, I'm just gonna fucking charge him. I'm gonna use Great Weapon Master, and I'm gonna make my 3 attacks.
Oh. To me?
Hit, miss.
I'll Action Surge, and I'm gonna use Daunting Roar. He's gotta beat a 6.
Oh. I don't like that in
Sorry.
real life.
Got you. Got you.
12,
Gary.
wait, 12, sorry. 17. 17 Constitution. Or, Wisdom.
Save.
Wisdom save, yep.
Ooh. Better be a wise old orc.
Fails.
What an idiot.
Oh,
He's frightened of me?
Cool. He's gonna. What's the frighten? Oh, he can't hit. He's got to. Hang on. Disadvantage. Okay.
there's that.
I was just seeing if you could repeat it.
I don't think so. It's not a melee attack.
Yep.
But I am going to use my Action Surge and just keep going.
I'm just before. Yeah. He's gonna get his 1 attack in though.
Go for it.
Oof.
That is the hit.
8.
I'll take 8.
So miss, hit, and a hit.
One of those is a crit.
Oh, I see it.
And that makes me get 1 extra attack.
Jesus.
God damn.
We're gonna make you an officer, not because you're competent, because we're terrified of you.
That's not
We
a
don't
great
want you to
reason.
kill. Well, it's good enough for me to stay alive.
No.
Ooh, 18 miss.
But it is a reason.
Oh, really? Alright.
I was like, wait, is that 18 or 17? But yeah, 18.
Do
So-
you have a calculator or do I? Okay, I got it.
No, I did it all. I was following
okay.
along and minusing it off his health bar. So he's already like bloodied. Like he's already like. "Ah!"
Yeah, that was terrifying. What the fuck?
That's all for me. For the one.
Yeah, that's it. Oh.
Ooh.
Look, there's a lot all at once.
Yeah.
So he'll make his 3 attacks.
One hit.
And on that hit,
Is it
Boy.
poison?
he's gonna go for a trip attack.
Oh.
Oh no, your weakness. Not being able to stand up.
Oh God.
He's read your file.
Add the superiority attack. Oh, to the attack damage roll. So that was 19 damage. Just add 10 more. And now make a saving throw. I think you. if
Of
it's
what? Strength.
Strength.
Okay, I see.
Strength. Yeah, strength saving flow.
That's not good.
You are prone.
Fucked up.
Oh boy.
He gets knocked down, but he gets up again, maybe?
At the
Possible.
cost of half his movement.
Mobile.
I
Oh
have
god.
Sentinel, by the way.
Oh no.
He's got mobile, and you are
He's
prone.
mobile. Okay.
You just grab him by the ankle?
I would swing at his ankles if I do get the off attack, but
That makes sense. Yeah.
ooh.
Getting them max rolls.
All right, next round. It's your turn.
I'll spend 15 to get up. 5, 10, 15. Come here,
He's
you
going to brace.
Okay. I'm
Makes sense.
taking off Great Weapon Master now that I've seen he's somewhat competent.
Seems he misses on the brace. Hit.
With the crit, I gain the 1 extra.
Jesus.
Actually, if it's on the crit, how does this work? So on the crit, it looks like he's about to go out as he strands back to deflect your third attack, and your third attack is like going to be the coup d'etat.
If there's no sound from the audience, does he look like he would yield?
No.
Okay.
Kill him. Ooh,
Then
kill him.
I just plunge the sword straight into him.
What the fuck? God damn.
Well,
Are we allowed to cheer yet? Is anyone saying
the
anything?
the whole bar erupts like whoa, and the judge with the tiny hammer smacks the bell a couple times like ding 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 ding, and he goes, "That's the battle, folks. I hope you watched all 12 seconds of it."
It really was 12 seconds.
yep.
He comes in and like under his breath he says, "May I, sir?" as he goes to like reach for your arm.
Yeah.
No.
He doesn't want any of that smoke.
You start swinging.
Then he just holds his hand up above you to like display, and he goes, "Your winner tonight, Jericho!" And the crowd is like clapping and shooting, like howling and like, "Yeah!" Everybody, perceptions check,
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
Everybody, including me?
including you.
Okay.
Luckily, I have that.
Oh my god, it's somewhat decent.
You're looking.
There's
I've
some
s-
things I miss about having a rogue.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the crowd, Mask and Primrose can hear it. Somebody said, "Filthy, filthy mudblood,"
Filthy. What? Were you racism?
directed at the orc, obviously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, that is fine.
that checks because
That
he's
checks.
half orc, you know? And orcs are not very popular among the Oleane, I assume.
As the winner of tonight's festivities, your first 5 pitchers are on the house, Jericho.
Yep.
You killed the
He
guy.
loves that.
What about the crew?
Well, it was your fight. You get the 5 pitchers. You may disperse them as you wish.
I don't think I will.
The gnome in the black tabard and chainmail
Makes
gets
sense.
up from this little bottom step, goes to the side room. He comes out with like 3 other guys, and they drag the half orc out of the ring. And
Before they do I get my customary loot the body thing?
they look at you and they look at the body and they're like, I guess it's keep what you kill? Sure.
Pardon me, I'd like some of this.
It was my last experience that I took trophies here.
No, we've definitely heard of that. It doesn't happen too often down here, but Yeah, before you, could you please, before his rigor mortis set in?
Jesus
Actually, you
Christ.
know what? I don't want anything off that.
Yeah.
Very well.
Get his toes.
No.
No. Don't get the toes.
Get his toes.
They drag him to the back room. The gnome then goes back up the stairs. You hear the crossbar come off, and the door opens back up, and fresh air comes into the bar.
If you guys want a picture, you can have one.
I'm
post one to
good.
each of
Oh
you,
no, you earned that.
I watched
and
you
I have-
instantly
and I
kill
have
someone.
two.
That was neat.
Neat.
The bookie comes by, hands back your platinum piece to you, Primrose, and hands you 8 gold.
Nice.
Masked, you're given back your 500 gold, and you're handed 300 gold.
Hell yeah.
And then 150 gold is placed in a purse in front of Jericho.
All right.
The drow from earlier that Bridgestorm and Jericho recognized shows back up and says, "That was mighty fine and impressive. If I'd known you were that quick, I may have said we should have fought the both of them." Well,
And I do.
Dighort. Well, not anymore. You kind of
Can I do that?
can't do it anymore. You killed Matawaha, but you know, Slughorn's got to be a little happy. He's got to have the whole attic room to himself now.
What's in the
back?
purse? Oh, sorry. I was just
100
taking a peek.
Yeah, you see a massive gold coins of totaling 150 gold.
Damn.
Yeah, I take 50 out and put it on towards the Commodore.
What's this for?
Is that not how we do this?
I don't need you to pay me.
Oh, sorry.
It's your earnings.
I shovel
You
it.
stabbed the man.
Parts of an old life. Generally, the clan gets a part of the winnings.
No, you keep your keep around here, unless it's a thing for the crew.
But you just tell me when.
Not now. Spend this as you like.
A real shield, then.
That's the one. Not a sled.
Not a toboggan, yeah.
Not a toboggan.
Scowcraft and Billy the Gnome, after a round of drinks, after they've collected their winnings, they grab 2 empty chairs, come up, and say, "Hey, maybe join you all."
Ooh.
Yeah. Have a seat.
"A fine display of combat powers if I've ever seen one," Scowcraft says to Jericho.
Yeah.
Long practiced.
"Well, to many happy bouts of your future, sir, for as long as you'd like to stay in Tawnyard."
I don't think it'll be that much longer, really. And I kind of look towards Prim and Mask.
"Oh, I'm sure there will be plenty of other fighters probably going to come seeking you out now."
Hell yeah.
Anywho, to pressing matters of business, he looks over to the captain. "What we call it an even 2,000.
Hell yeah.
I assume you've made a few dollary dues here.
I will say that I will definitely be making possibly an add-on to my shop."
Good lord.
And Billy the Gnome picks up his little foot and goes, "I'm getting new boots."
Add on to a shop in new boots.
I see
Okay.
they bet varied amounts.
Hey, all positives, so that's good.
You won a bit of money.
I won enough that
Not
I
you. I was
don't-
talking to Prim.
Oh,
Well, I'm glad we all made do.
That's right. I was saying that to the gnome's face. I wasn't talking to you.
oh, you said Prim.
Oh yeah, I was talking to Prim.
Oh,
That
I'm
is her
so
name.
confused. What the fuck
He
is
just
happening
told
right
the
now?
gnome I wasn't talking to you.
I was talking to Prim.
Yes, and I turn to
Got
the gnome
it.
and I say, I'm glad we've all made money off of this. It seems like this has been a good,
It's been very fortuitous.
Yes.
absolutely has. Scowcraft looks at the captain and says, "So, do you have a deal? I can put that order in for you.
Deal. 2,000.
2,000 gold. Awesome." As you dole it out, he collects it and puts it into his little lock purse. He goes, "Wow, enjoy the drinks. I'm going to have one more, and then I will head back to the shop to put that order in. Should be 2 days.
Sounds good to me.
I gotta get the kegs in, gotta get them dropped off at the Wizards, and then I can pick them up. You want to pick them up at my shop, or should I bring them by to your ship?"
Bring him by to the ship.
"I can arrange that. All right. Well, pleasure doing business with you, Captain Mask. Crew, Jericho, Britchstorm, Miss Lady Primrose. Fair night, and well-traveled winds to yourselves."
Appreciate it. A nice guy.
They drag their two. Actually, they leave their 2 extra chairs and they head back over to the bar spot and do indeed get a couple more drinks.
Well, there you go. How do you feel?
Fine. He
Good.
did kind of hit me a little bit there.
Yeah, it looks like he almost got a shot off. That was cool.
Oh no, he did. He did hit me.
Do you need
Really?
healing?
Look, he
I-
took you off your feet for a second.
Yeah, he did do that. That's been a while since that's happened, but he wasn't bad.
How hurt are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
On a scale of 1 to 132, I'd be at 108.
I averate 10 good berries and give them to him, and that'll be, 40 health.
Very
You
specific.
yeah, you've improved. The better berries.
Yeah, I am a one single part cleric of Sale.
I try to chew very small fruit with very large, sharp teeth with no molars.
You could probably
Just-
just swallow it without chewing it off.
No.
It's like it's real good.
I've
between each bite.
seen real
Oh, God.
cats do this.
My God.
Math man.
I've seen my own cat do that with ham.
Of the outside varietals.
Oh, it's time.
Oh shit.
Die.
No,
Nope.
no, he survived.
Come on,
That guy died.
Die.
Yeah, that was huge.
We
One
have
of
our
these times
end.
it won't work, and then I'll just go, fuck.
Well, I'm hoping we're getting pretty close so we don't fucking have to anymore. You know?
Me
Yeah.
too.
You
It's the real
you could
goal
have just
here.
picked a regular fight. You wanted the death fight.
Yeah.
Okay. Or 76.
Whom's to say, really?
You know.
Yeah, come on.
Come on.
Brim, come on.
No, absolutely not.
I gotta play the character.
You are doing a great job of playing the character. We do.
I literally
we
say
do love
like
this character.
fucking one paragraph worth of words a session. I don't know what you.
Yeah, it's great. Keep it up.
I will keep not talking.
Oh, thank
We've gotten more backstory from this character
Yeah.
than we got in the whole time
Oh,
we were
yeah, I forgot.
asleep.
You just kind of like.
You didn't give us nothing.
I talked a lot more though.
Yeah, but not like
This
stuff
is not what you
about
wanted to hear.
yourself
I was just full of ideas and
Come.
other fun stuff.
and
And
good
all you
rolls.
wanted was the feelings.
Wow.
Yuggy.
Wow.
Well, GG, you did an excellent 12-second fight. Murdered
Yep.
that
Also,
man.
Rob, I have my next character ready and planned out. I just need to. I
Okay.
just need to be able to roll stats. If you're okay with that right now.
Is it that one character sheet I've already given you?
Uh huh.
Yeah.
If you want to take a look at it. I don't know. I don't know what level he'll be when he comes in. I'm just gonna assume it's kind of the same formula, but
Yeah, it'll be
I
an
the
aggregate
base
average.
stats.
Actually, no. Well, yeah, if you're retiring your character dies, it'll be 80% of your current.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Well, that's neat.
Good to know.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
die.
that's the kind of role I play with, like characters dying or characters retiring. You're just gonna your new character will be 80% of what your current is.
Yeah, and considering Slate was 14 at the time, I went down to 12.
You were the eldest of us.
Quite literally.
Well, GG, guys. Good job.
Good.
Good.
Yeah, go for it. You can whisper me the rolls or roll them in chat and move all your little dice around to get your 6 scores.
Oh, my little dice. Alright, hang on one second. Let me pull up the character Mancer.
He's mancing. Alright. I kind of want to see where they go with this.
Alright. Let me
'Cause
see
I
how
wanna
much this is gonna suck. Not bad. That's a fucking 5. Holy shit.
Love it.
No.
2, 1, 1, 2.
22d6 drop for the 4 lowest ones.
12, 10,
Oh, I just
17,
did
14, and 13.
how do you want to do that?
Roll 22.
You can either you can do it in roll 20. You go
R
slash.
22d6 minus what?
No, it's 22d6 d4.
Nice.
Good, I've lost all the ones.
Wait, slash R 22d6 d4, right?
Yeah, well, no,
Okay.
it's all in one command. So it'll be slash
Right,
r space 22d6 d4.
Okay. And I do the pick a couple, add them up, and then
Yep.
put them where
You
I
pull.
want.
Yep. You pull the 3 out and add up all the ones, all
Okay.
the 3 together to come up with a stat, and then put them in whatever.
Let me
abilities you
grab the
want.
physical dice since I'm a special boy.
Wow, you got some 6s.
I got 4 6. That's a pretty good roll, I think. I think that's a little above average.
I rolled a 69. Get fucked.
Yeah, but you didn't drop the 4 lowest.
I rolled a 65. Get fucked.
You can also click and drag those from the chat onto the screen. You'd have to do each individual one, but
Oh, I
no,
see what you.
I thought you could.
Oh no! Oh god! I've copied and pasted something into my dexterity. That's far too many characters. No, I'm just gonna do it with the physical dice because that's easy for me. So it's 18 total dice.
Whoa,
Oh, that's
what the
weird.
fuck?
You can't do it with multiples. Right, I can't do it because it's your dice.
Okay. It's 3 by 6. Okay, cool. I got.
Oh yeah, it won't do it because it's too many.
6.
That sucks. I thought that was gonna work.
1, 2, 3, 4.
As an aside, feel
5.
free to ask Scout Trooper V any questions, comments, or concerns about the campaign. He is our wonderful DM. His name is RJ, and he
Four
is very good
fours.
about
The
answering
hell is
questions.
going on here?
I'll be honest, I have no idea what they're doing. I'm assuming he's making
Three.
a character as a backup in
threes.
case his character dies a horrible, painful death.
And 2 2s. Huzzah. I can't.
Hi, Mr. Jacob.
Character stat rolls, more
Oh, I am
dice.
petting him.
Ooh. I will be
That was your
devastated
mumble
if something
bit.
happens to Prim, so I hope to never experience whatever he's doing.
Scooting.
Doing that thing where he comes up just out of my reach.
Hey,
You
yep.
have to work to pet that cat.
I wanna
Killing
fucking-
Scooty.
He's a good kitty.
Yes. GG. I like it better than 4d6. Drop the lowest 6. Kyle. VC, while making a character sheet, is also petting his cat, Gigi. So we're all encouraging him to love on the cat. Normally I just do stat array, but it definitely makes it more varied to do rolls like that, so makes sense. Math-wise, it comes out to pretty much the same odds. I'm not a math lady, so I the pair whichever 3 dice together you want to create the score.
Good stats.
Well, he's got quite a
Alright,
bit
well.
of variation, so.
I'm moving
Yep.
over to the other Discord, so have a good night, everybody.
Later.
No.
Standard array for Prim. I don't remember. I
Mm.
think. I think so. I'm not sure. I can't remember that far back. It's been like 2 years. So if you told me to do a certain way, I did it that way. But I don't remember if I was told to do it a certain way. So if I didn't, I would have defaulted to standard array. But my memory doesn't go that far back. So maybe? I don't know. Take a look at my stat sheet. He can either max out stats he wants or make it balanced. It helps out folks who play classes that are mad. Well, he is doing an intense fighter character, so it makes sense that he needs to like have it work perfectly for him. I don't know. I don't know how to min-max, so standard array normally works to keep things even, and then I just like whatever I don't think I'm gonna use. But maybe one day I'll learn how to min-max. But even then, I don't know if I like that idea. As like the occasional bad roll helps with storytelling, in my opinion, but yeah, I love her. Okay, I'll let you guys work through this stuff. Have a great night, everybody. I hope to see you guys next week. I believe since it's Thursday today, Wednesday next week. Probably. Goodbye, friends. Again, any questions? Our DM is RJ, Scout Trooper V on Discord. Or not on Discord. Well, also on Discord, is it? Well, on Twitch. And then you can always message me on Discord if you have any questions for me. So, bye-bye.